Welcome to Module 9. In this module, we're going to be talking about how support and accountability can help you reach your goals. We're already up to puzzle piece 9. I'm really happy that you've been watching this far into this course. There's a lot of content that I'm covering, and I really am excited to share the rest of this course with you. And I hope that this is benefiting you and you're learning a lot of things that's going to help you on your journey. So lesson 25, Journey Buddies, finding friends on your weight loss journey. So I learned how to play tennis when we lived in Brazil. We were living on a mission compound, and it was a fairly old compound, and maybe in 1960s they had poured a cement area for this international school that was on the mission base. It was a really small mission base, but there was a cement area that they had been using for the kids. So some of us mothers learned how to play tennis, and it was so fun. I was in my early 30s and my kids were young still, and there was about 7 of us moms, and we would all play doubles tennis, and it was super fun to do. I haven't played a lot since then, and especially when I was overweight and obese, I couldn't play tennis. I couldn't run that much. So I've missed it, and I'm trying to get back into it. And I've tried pickleball, which is actually more fun than tennis in some ways. So the point of that story is the fact that I learned to do a sport that was not related to food or cooking or having people over for meals or going out to meals. It was completely separate from food and completely separate from dieting. And yes, it was a sport, but I wasn't doing it to lose weight. I wasn't going to play tennis to lose weight. At that point in time, I was usually fairly much in the normal weight range while we were in Brazil because it was hot in the Amazon area. And I had kids I was running after, so I didn't really have as much a problem with weight down there. There was a few times I would go on some diets, but not anything like what I've had to go through in the last 10 years of getting more and more overweight and more obese. But doing the activity together meant that there's other people that are helping me. So, you get on the phone and you say, let's go do this. And so it's other people being involved. There's a lot of this weight loss journey that we have to do alone because we're with ourselves 24/7. If we have a walking buddy, we see them for an hour every now and then. They're not with us all the time, and that's why so much of this we have to learn how to do on our own. But if we can have these little bits of reprieve from ourselves in some ways, a little bit of a break from being in our own head and from thinking too much about it, and to say, I don't have to think about my diet. I'm out playing pickleball. I don't have to think about my diet right now. I'm out doing something else and enjoying time with friends. If you can do that, that will be really helpful. So I just have a few points here just to reiterate what I've been saying. So number 1, joining an online community is very helpful when starting a new way of eating and fasting. This was very helpful for me. I joined a very large online Facebook group. There's about 150,000 people in the Facebook group. It was free, and I got a lot of benefit from that. And I could see what other people were talking about. I could see what worked for other people, and it was anecdotal stories of what was successful for them, especially related to intermittent fasting. So if you can find some Facebook groups to join, that's great. So that's an online version. If we can find an in-person group, that's great too, but we can't rely on them too much, because if we can't go that week, then we think, oh, I've failed, and we feel either that we've let those people down or that we've just failed in general. So the online group is there 24/7. So I like actually the online groups for being a support group or for being a place that you can get some feedback and you can post. The Facebook group I was a part of allowed us to post before and after photos, which was really helpful to me. I'm sharing it with the world, and then I would get feedback from people. And I actually met some friends through that group. So I really recommend looking for some Facebook groups and finding a group online that's going to help you to go in the right direction. Number 2, we do better when we have support from others. When we're doing this on our own, it can be really lonely. The support group doesn't come with you to work. The support group doesn't come in your front door and sit at the table with you. There is a lot that you have to figure out on your own, but if you can have these little breaks of time where it's a group of people that can help you. I started probably 6 different weight loss groups over 3 decades worth, where I would find a group of people who wanted to lose weight, and we'd all get together once a week, and we usually all succeeded up to a point, and then either we'd move or something happened and then we weren't part of the group anymore, and almost all of us gained the weight back. So it was part of my yo-yo dieting that I'd be part of these groups, I'd help start these groups, but I saw the value of them. That goes on to point 3, where it's great if you can join an in-person support group if you want to. I wish I could start in-person support groups now all over the world. Like, I just wish, now that I know all of these puzzle pieces, all of these principles, and now I can see they work, then I wish I could, multiply myself and have these small little groups, because there is benefit in that when there's a group of people encouraging each other on. And back then we didn't have internet at that point in time, the same kind of internet options that we have now in terms of the Facebook groups. And so, when I was doing those weight loss groups on my yo-yo diets, they were good in that situation because we didn't have the other option. Now that we have the online option, maybe we can do both. We can have the online and we can have the in-person. Number 4, people often have more success losing weight when they do it together. We all know about different weight loss companies that have support groups that you can go to. I think it might be related to people who are extroverts more than introverts. It might work better for them. So we have to figure it out for ourselves which is going to work, whether it's the online group or the in-person or a mixture of both. Number 5, being part of a supportive online group can help with maintaining the weight loss. This is also helping me maintain the weight loss. I've stayed part of the group, and I realized there was a point in time when I reached my goal weight and I thought, do I need to be part of this online group? And it has helped me. And also to encourage others, just like other people encouraged me while I was losing the weight, I can now go in and encourage other people who are still on that journey. Number 6, when community members change and improve, it shows what's possible. I was very inspired when I joined that online Facebook group. There was a few other Facebook groups I joined, to be able to see what was possible, because in our society there's very few women over the age of 50 who've lost more than 50 pounds. I call it the over 50 over 50. People over the age of 50 who have over 50 pounds to lose. There are very few of us out there, and if there are, they're not talking about it or they're not online, and so I didn't see very much representation. Is this possible? So in the Facebook group, there were a lot more people in there. It was sort of hidden in there and you had to find them, and they didn't always post pictures, and so you'd read their stories. But there was some successes to say, hey, they could do it, I can do it. I have similar life experience, then maybe this will work. And I sort of pieced it together and realized, yes, this is going to work and I'm going to figure it out. And everybody has to figure it out on their own in that situation. But when you see other people change and improve, I can do it too. And it gives you motivation. This is why the before and after photos online inspire people, because it's like, you've changed, you've improved, maybe I can do it too. It makes it feel like it's possible. And number 7, some groups encourage posting before and after pictures for encouragement. This is what I mentioned earlier. That Facebook group that I was a part of encouraged the before and after photos, because a picture is worth 1,000 words. And when you see somebody's before and after, and you see it again tomorrow with another person and another person and another person, you start to realize, oh, this is possible. And I can encourage you and you can encourage me. Remember, it's okay to ask for help while we are losing weight. A lot of this is a solo journey because people don't walk around with us 24/7, but we do need help in this. I would not have gotten where I've gotten today with losing the weight and maintaining the weight. I would not have gotten there without help from other people. I know that. I needed other people's encouragement. I needed to be able to share with a group. This just happened to be an online group, but in the past, we had little successes with those in-person groups that I was part of, but they didn't last because we didn't know all the principles for maintaining the weight loss. So the in-person groups really are great if you can find them. They're just rare to find good ones that actually encourage the maintaining of the weight loss. So it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to say, I can't do this alone. We as humans need community. We need to have help together. What do flashcards have to do with weight loss? I'm going to be talking about this in the next lesson, so see you there.